Hi there from Hotel Plaza Boulevard. I am about to do something I think is going to be pretty fun. I am over here by McDonald's, which I'm actually going to be giving an update about tomorrow, probably. Waiting to cross the street. You can see the new Welcome to Walt Disney World sign is finished over here on Hotel Plaza Boulevard. So I'm going to be rollerblading at Disney. I rollerbladed around the perimeter of SeaWorld and Universal, and now I am going to do it, or some version of it, at Disney World. There's Minnie Mouse across the street, and here's Mickey Mouse, and there's the Welcome to Walt Disney World Resort sign, the most magical place on earth, the combined colors of blue and gray and gold, and I think this is an incredible update. This looks great. The timing of this change is a little bit ironic because I was here right before the parks reopened, and I made a video specifically about the gateway arches into the Walt Disney World property, and now they've all changed. So now I can come back and appreciate the new entrance. I believe that they're about halfway done with these arches right now as I'm recording this. They finished this one, they're almost done with the Western Way entrance, and they have the three main entrances off of I-4. Alright, so I have my rollerblades, which I'm about to put on. Disney's going to be a little bit different than rollerblading around Universal and SeaWorld because Disney is massive. It's about 40 square miles, and there's no sidewalk that goes around the perimeter of Disney World. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rollerblade down Hotel Plaza Boulevard until I can't, and then turn around and come back. Does that sound exciting? I hope it does, because that's what I'm going to do. Alright, the rollerblades are on. I originally was not going to do this because Disney is so massive, but now I'm honestly just curious how far I can take this path into Disney and then back out. There's no sidewalk over there, so as far as the accessible walkway on Disney property, that's going to be kind of exciting to figure out. The Disney World entrance sign is way back there, and I'm heading towards hotels, Saratoga Springs, and ultimately Disney Springs. These are all of the Hotel Plaza Boulevard hotels. Okay, I'm getting closer towards Disney Springs, which is probably the point that I'm going to have to turn around. It is very interesting to get a different perspective of all of these hotels on Hotel Plaza Boulevard, because normally I'm just heading towards or from Disney Springs, so to actually look at all of these different hotels as I pass by them, it's actually pretty cool. So the building I'm passing by right now, I know that more historically inclined YouTubers probably know a little bit more about the significance and history of it, but this is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, building on Walt Disney World property. This used to be the Walt Disney World Preview Center way back in the day, so this is pretty cool that this is still here. I've always wanted to go in there and explore, even though it's very much so not the Walt Disney World Preview Center anymore, but it would be cool to get to go in there someday. So maybe I can do that at some point. This is as far as I've been in terms of being a pedestrian in the Disney Springs resort area, so I have my mask, so I'm probably going to encounter more people, I'm presuming, at least as I get closer to Disney Springs. Alright, so I'm starting to get pretty close to Disney Springs. I'm curious about the sidewalk situation, if the sidewalk just ends, or if I'm gonna have to cross the bridge over the road, or if I'll just have to turn around. That's why I wanted to bring my shoes this time, just to make sure that I had maximum mobility. Hey, there's the Disney Springs balloon, way over there. And here it is, Disney Springs. There's the infamous purple Disney sign for Disney Springs, the casting center, Typhoon Lagoon, and the theme parks. I'm not sure if that sign is going to change to match the Disney World entrance archway, but I suppose we will see. So now I don't know if I'm going to be having to go across this bridge, or maybe the sidewalk's going to, I don't know, I guess I'll find out in just a minute. Alright, so I'm heading underneath the Hotel Plaza Boulevard walkway. There's another one over here. It looks like this sidewalk continues down in this direction, so if I wanted to go to Disney Springs, I'd have to go over this bridge. I'm still very curious as to where this leads out, but I'll have to turn around probably at some point. There's the old bus loop over there for Disney Springs. That would have been the Christmas tree trail this year, which unfortunately did not happen, but here I am skating past Disney Springs. There's actually a cast member parking lot right over here that I used to park at all the time back when I used to work at Disney Springs, and that was back when they were going through their transition from downtown Disney into Disney Springs, and they hadn't built the garages way over there, so there were not a lot of areas to park. So I utilized this parking lot right over here, right across from the old bus area, quite a lot, and it was very complicated and not very easy to find a spot, but I made it work. There's the balloon right there, and this is the walkway over to Saratoga Springs. I'll probably just take the sidewalk all the way through Disney property, I guess, and then go ahead and turn around from there because, you know what, why not? Well, I think I spoke a little bit too soon because the sidewalk ends right here. This turns into one of the hotels, so I can't take the sidewalk all the way down. The sidewalk does continue on the other side of the street, but I'm not really sure how to get over there, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn around and then maybe go back to one of the bridges over there that goes over the road. Okay, so yeah, it looks like the sidewalk over there just goes from Saratoga to Disney Springs, so I'd have to turn around anyway. So I think I went as far as I could, at least over here. I'm sure that there are more sidewalks around Walt Disney World, but as far as the purposes of what I wanted to do today and explore specifically, I'm pretty satisfied with how far that I got. I thought that I would just have to stop here and turn around here, but I got to go a little bit farther than I thought that I was gonna be able to, so that is pretty cool. All right, so I've taken off my rollerblades, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up here and just see what the view is from both of these walkways up here to see what it looks like, because I am very curious and it sounds like a lot of fun, and I can definitely not go into Disney Springs with these. All right, so I made it up the stairs. I'm a little bit winded from expending a minimal amount of physical effort, which, what's new with that, there's a very helpful map right here, which I wish that I had familiarized myself with before my adventure today, but nonetheless it shows off some very helpful aspects of the area, like the various crosswalks and sidewalks, and then all of the hotels that I passed on the way here. So I started over here by the Crossroads Shopping Center, then I crossed the road, and this is where the Welcome to Walt Disney World sign is. And then I took the sidewalk all the way down, and I'm here right now, pretty much right across from Disney Springs. I went down here a little bit, and it does look like that sidewalk at least kind of goes into Disney Springs, and then it goes back up onto the bridge. So there is a sidewalk over here on this side of the road, so what I could do is cross over here and then go down the sidewalk and then cross over one of these pedestrian walkways on my way back. Does that sound like a plan? This is very helpful. I really wish that I had seen a map of this before doing this, but here it is. So the walkway for the Hotel Plaza Boulevard hotels is right over there, and this is the walkway over to Disney Springs, which again I'm not going to be going to because I really doubt that security would allow anybody in with rollerblades or a skateboard or any recreational items like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk across the bridge and just go as far as I feel comfortable going. It's very quiet right now, so there's nobody else up here with me. That's where I just was, right down there rollerblading. And I don't see a sidewalk over here, so it may be a little bit different than the map back there. It's interesting because it's been announced that there's going to be a train coming to Disney Springs in the coming years, and I wonder if this is going to be the area that it's going to be constructed, because this area hasn't been really utilized in quite a long time. But I've made it to Disney Springs. I think right down the stairs is the temperature check and potential security check as well to get into Disney Springs. So this is where I'm gonna have to turn around. All right, so I'm heading back across this bridge to go across the other walkway to head back down Hotel Plaza Boulevard to ultimately make it back to my car. This experience has been really cathartic because I've really wanted to rollerblade around Disney. I got to do it around SeaWorld and Universal, so it just gives me a little bit of closure to do it around Disney too. Plus, I am gonna be going back to work here potentially pretty soon, so I'm just trying to tie up all of the loose ends that I have wanted to this year. It's been a very, very weird year for everyone, obviously, but just to get to do something like this, which is special to me in a pretty insignificant way, but also in a significant way, is pretty cool. All right, so that was the walkway bridge over to Disney Springs. There's the Disney Springs fountain down there with the lime garage and the grapefruit garage back in the background, and here I am going across the bridge to the hotels down Hotel Plaza Boulevard. Right there's the sidewalk that I rollerbladed down to get here. Now I'm going to be taking this sidewalk right over here as far down as I can take it to hopefully a crosswalk so I can actually get back to my car, which is back kind of in the Crossroads shopping area. But here I am on this bridge crossing Hotel Plaza Boulevard, which is a little bit more exciting than it probably should be for me, but you know what? I appreciate the small moments like this. All right, so I have my rollerblades on again, and I wasn't going to go in this direction, so there is a sidewalk that goes all the way down towards Disney Springs, and what I want to do is go back in the direction that I came, back down Hotel Plaza Boulevard, but I'm very curious, so I'm gonna go ahead and just see what's over here. My presumption is that it's gonna take me to casting, which is where Walt Disney World cast members interview for jobs, but I'm not sure. I almost fell over. Actually, maybe this goes all the way down to the Grapefruits garage, because this is casting right over here, and that's the Grapefruit garage and the Lime garage. And there's the walkway that connects over to Disney Springs. Okay, so I'm gonna see if the sidewalk continues on towards the Grapefruit garage or if it just stops here at the walkway connecting this sidewalk to Disney Springs. Let's see, I don't see a sidewalk that continues over there. This is probably where it ends. Yep. And it continues straight to casting. Look at that. Okay, so my first presumption was accurate. It does go to casting, although there did seem to be a walkway on the side of the Grapefruit garage back there, but I think that was just for the Grapefruit garage because I did not see this sidewalk connecting with any walkway over on the other side. So I'm gonna go and say that I succeeded in just my curiosity, at least, of trying to see where this specific sidewalk went, but now it's all the way back to my car now. All right, so I'm heading back down Hotel Plaza Boulevard to head to my car. I'm a little bit sad because of reservations and blockouts. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go back to a Disney park before the end of the year, as sad as that sounds. So this, maybe a potential trip to Disney Springs in the future, might be the closest that I get to getting to go to Disney again until 2021, which is, again, a little bit sad. What's kind of cool though, and something to look forward to, is that park hopping is returning to Disney in 2021. You'll be able to schedule a reservation at a theme park, and then once you use up that reservation, you'll be able to make a same-day reservation for a new theme park. So that's cool. All right, but now to navigate the sidewalk on this side of Hotel Plaza Boulevard until there's no more sidewalk, and then I have to cross back over, and then presumably end this adventure back exactly where I started it. All right, I'm picking up speed. Ah! Nice. When I first started doing this, I was very much so not confident at rollerblading, and I'm still not incredibly confident with rollerblading, but I'm very pleased with the progress that I've made and the time that I've made that progress. I think my friends Jorge and Kelly stayed at this hotel a while ago, back in, I think, 2014. That was around when I first moved to Orlando, so I wasn't incredibly familiar with Disney Springs at all, because I did visit them in one of the hotels here on Hotel Plaza Boulevard, and I think it was that one, but I don't know. So other than that, I really have not explored really any of the hotels here along this road. That would have been the Hilton, if I remember that correctly, but I'm passing by the Walt Disney World Preview Center now on the other side of the road, and I think I've almost made it to my crosswalk back across the street. All right, I made it across the street back to the sidewalk where I started this adventure, but not before falling on my butt when I tried to cross the street, because there was an incline that kind of came out of nowhere as I turned the corner, and I was going too fast. So I just wasn't prepared, and I fell over after bragging about my skating prowess. I jinxed myself. All right, but it looks like I've made it back to the entrance of Hotel Plaza Boulevard. There's the Welcome to Walt Disney World signs away over there. So I've completed what I came to do today, which was to just rollerblade around the areas of Walt Disney World that I could rollerblade around. I'm gonna get one more look at the new Welcome to Walt Disney World signs, which I absolutely really do like. I did not know if I was gonna like the new colors, but I absolutely do. I think they are fantastic, and I'm excited to see what the rest of the signs look like whenever they finish those. I almost fell over again. All right, so I'm gonna go and end the video. I took off my rollerblades and I'm heading back to my car. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I had really an incredible time. This was an experience that I was very curious about, and I'm really happy that I got to do it. I'm super happy that I got to see the new sign, but ultimately I got to have a new experience and have a great time today and get a little exercise. So I'll see you soon. Have a good day and goodbye.